Hey, good afternoon, everyone. My name's Tom Stark. I've been a Genusity associate now for several months, I think going back in October or something like that. But I was one of the early adopters of this particular program, this particular company, and I'm really glad that I did. Today, I want to take a couple minutes of your time to explain some things that I've learned, and hopefully it will help you in your onboarding process, in your educational process with your new customers or your new associates as they come online. One of the things that I think is really important, really critical, is that we set up messages that really make sense to people, that get the message that they want to market as quickly as possible. It's the one thing I've heard over and over. Does this really work? How do I get my message out there? So, lead generation. This is all about lead generation, creating something that we all can be proud of and that generates leads and new opportunities for those businesses that are choosing to market Genusity. And I'm really grateful that I've chosen to do this, and I'm grateful to be here now. But one of the things that I've learned is that sequentially speaking, I want to start with a 40-character message and then create the landing page, then create a thank you page, and oops, you know what, there's some images, and so we'll put some images in. And what I've discovered is that we really need to reverse engineer the creation of our messaging and really understand what it is that we're trying to put out there. So for the new associates and new customers that we have coming on, we want to be able to get the fastest, biggest bang for their buck that they can, even while the devices are in transit. So what I'm teaching my team now is this, that when we have a new customer or a new associate coming on board, all of them already have their own websites. Some of those may be representing other network marketing companies. They may be traditional brick and mortar kind of businesses, car dealerships, political campaigns, all kinds of different applications. But generally speaking, those folks have websites where there's already content in the website. They already have had someone professionally look at it and create their own brand image, create the kind of pictures and photos that they want to have represented, headlines, articles, blog posts, things like that. And so we want to take advantage of their product already, the stuff that they've already created, and begin to infuse that into the message that they want to send out and promote their new opportunity. So the first thing that I now teach my folks is this. We go to tools. We go through each of these tabs, but I go to tools. And I'll click on tools. We'll create an image library. Where'd it go? There we are. And so we'll click on that. And what I want to be able to do is to create, where is the image library? There we go. I want to be able to create the images that they want to have and take advantage of what's already out there. So you'll see in mine that I already have a number of things that are represented in here that I'm using for the various opportunities that I work with. But for this demonstration, I want to do something real simple. We're going to grab a photo off my desktop. And this is a photo that I downloaded from one of the other websites that I have access to. So I'm going to take that photo, simply going to click, drag it, and stick it in right there, and boom, it's ready to upload. We're going to hit the upload button, and then off we go. It's going to take Tim probably, or Randy maybe, less than 48 hours. And generally speaking, it's just a couple of hours before you get a response. But you're going to get a message, and the message is going to say, the message will tell you that it's pending, that they have that it's in for them to review. When this goes from the goldenrod color, the yellow color, into green, then you know the image was approved. If for some reason it was not, then you're going to know that too, because this will be designated in red. It'll be easy to find. I already have this image uploaded into the back office. So I'm going to delete this particular one, but it's as simple as that. You take an image that's a shareable image from your own website for other opportunities that you have. You don't have to go out and recreate the wheel on everything. Take something that you've already are comfortable with, that other people are going to see maybe twice, maybe 3 times. It depends on how you use the image. But you put the image in there first. And you'll notice I have, I think it's 16 images now that are up in my back office. Once you have a cadre of pictures that you have in storage, while that person's device is being shipped, then you've got a product that you're good to go with. After we've gone to the image library and began to upload the images that we want, and certainly, review the images that are there, because there may be some that would apply to your new associate, show them what's there and then help them make the decision. What images, what photos you want to upload, and what, where do you want to use what corporate's already provided. But after that, I'm going to go to Marketing Tools. And we're going to click on Marketing Tools. We will click on the Secure Mobile Page Builder. And then we're simply going to scroll down a little bit to the screen button, Create a Genusity Mobile Landing Page. Click here. And so we click on it, and then all of a sudden, we're going to have this image pop up on our screen. And so we're going to see. Now, typically, again, in my logic, I want to start with a landing page and then do the thank you page. But I think you're going to discover that it's actually easier to do the thank you first, or the bridge page, as some people call it, then the landing page, then the 40-character message. So in this example, I am going to click on Add Image. We're going to click on the main text box, and we will click on the opt-in form. And you'll see that the opt-in form automatically populates in. Now we're going to change the file section, the page name, and we're simply going to call example thank you page. And so that's simply for file purposes, reference purposes, and we'll go back in and we can edit that if we want or not. You'll notice on the preview screen for the phone, right now the default color is 2E, 2E, 2E. It's basically a dark charcoal. If you want to change that, you click inside the background color box, and now you have a full spectrum of colors that are available to you. Click on any of those colors. We're going to click on this blue area. Go to the slider bar. We can adjust the density and color of that particular blue. Well, we'll stay with that one for the time being. And there you go. You've got your background color. A lot of companies already have branded colors. If you can, find ways to recreate those colors as best as possible so that the brand consistency with what you're promoting through Genusity to the company that they are trying to connect you with is going to be easily evident. At least I found that to be beneficial in my experience. With that, we have a color, and I'm going to click and save the background color here for a moment because I might need it again. Now we're going to create a message. And because I've already have so many things for messages out there, I'm just going to choose one, and the question is going to be this: how do you get your message to market? How do you get your message to market? And so there it is. Now we're going to go to the headline, or the headline text color, FFFFFF. Depending on the background color, usually this is white. The headline color is going to be white, but sometimes it's going to be black depending on the depth of color in the background. But I like the white here, so I'm going to leave the white. But you can tell just from the color spectrum that you have every availability of other colors that you could use for your message if you want to. You have the opportunity to change the font size for your headline. So the default setting is at 18 point. I am going to just go to 20 point for this purpose, and you see it right there up on screen. I also like to add shadow behind the color or behind the font, and so I'm going to click on 2 point, and you'll notice that the shadow kind of comes in and it pulls forward the verbiage or the words in the white, and so I think it's a real nice feature. It helps people see it on their phones that much more easily. Now we're going to go select a photo image. And you'll notice there's all kinds of images that have already been uploaded into this folder. But for a lot of companies, that may not be appropriate or apropos for what they want to promote. It's a great place to start, but we're not going to end there. So as soon as I can figure out, I'm going to relabel some of these images so I know exactly which one is which one. But I am going to just grab one, put it in. There we go, the April Blast 3.0. So we're just going to throw that one in there. It's a good picture, good image for this particular message that I'm creating. And now we're going to go down to the main text. And again, because I'm using this page as a thank you page, I might say thank you so much for getting this far. oops, get rid of that. Or there we go. And then from that, we're going to say marketing strategies have changed. Get close to your new customers. And we're just going to leave it at that. You'll notice in the main text that we can't alter the font size. We can't put a shadow behind the font. All we can do is adjust the color. But because I like the white against this background, we're going to leave it white. In the opt-in form, whoops, this is a thank you page. So I'm going to go back. I typically don't use the opt-in form for the thank you page or the bridge page. I'll uncheck that and I go with a call to action. And so here we're going to scroll down, and where it says click here now in the button text, we're going to go with something like start saving today, or start generating new leads today. So it's a little longer than most opt-in buttons. However, I want that one because I think there's a little stronger call to action. Start generating new leads today, and you go here. Now I'm going to put in my Genusity website, and because this is a Genusity themed message, again I can change the font color of the button, but I kind of like that green against the blue, so I'm going to leave that. The button text color you see is right there, and we're going to leave that as well. And so there you have it. We now have a thank you page. Whoops. We now have a thank you page for, I got to get that. Oh, I got to get out of the box. All right. So now we go from there. By saving it, we automatically get sent back to the create mobile landing page. So we're going to click on the green button again, and we're going to create another landing page. This time we're going to go with a YouTube video. We're going to go with the main text, and now we're going to put in the opt-in form. And we're going to call this Genusity landing page example. From there, I'm going to skip the headline for a moment. We will come back to it. But I did like the color of the background earlier. So I'm going to go back and use that color again. You'll notice that I cut and pasted the color. So now it pops back up onto this page. We're going to go, let's see if I can just pull the YouTube thing here. There we go. I've used several different, yeah, we'll click through all of them, see which one comes up with the Genusity. Yeah, I don't think that's it. I actually created my own YouTube thing for a different different device. So we're going to click out of here. And yeah, let's not go with that one. But it's easy as this. You just got to be able to label it better than what I've labeled it, so we know which one is which one. There we go. We're going to stay with that one for the time being, but that shows up right on the page. Click main center text. Traditional advertising is dead. Must find new ways of getting your goods or services in front of people. So we'll leave that for the time being, but you'll notice that it's a nice color again against the blue backdrop. Now we're going to go up to the headline, and let's see. Do you need more leads and customers for your business. We'll leave that as a question mark. Almost any business owner is going to say, yeah, I can use more, and so we'll just leave that for the moment. It's obviously more than 40 characters, but it's something that's relatively short, especially compared to the amount of text that I have in the main text box below. In the opt-in form area, I have the choice to add a last name and a phone number. I tend not to, and for a couple of reasons, but one of them is that a lot of times people are going to give wrong phone numbers, and I don't really need the last name. What I need is the email address. And so given that we're working with limited space, then I tend not to worry about those two items. I'm going to go down now. You'll see where it says button text. I'm going to add in a couple of things on the button text. Click here now is pretty traditional, but I'm going to use this one instead. Start attracting new leads. And that's our call to action button. Here, I have got to go down and grab we're going to grab this example for a landing page. Oops. We're going to go back. And we're going to insert that URL that we created from our landing page right here. We're going to leave the green button green, and then off we go. It's as simple as that. Now we have something that we can work with in terms of building out our 40-character message. So I'm going to take the landing page URL, the one that we just created, we're going to copy it, and now we're going to go back to Add, Edit, Beacon Messages, and we are going to start with a new message. It's interesting because I just created a new message a few minutes ago, and I'm getting views on it already, and I'm working at home right now, so I don't have a lot of people living near me, so that's interesting. It's getting out. All right, there's the URL that we just created from the landing page, which is step 3 in this process. We're now on the final step, and this is step 4. So create our 40-character message. We're going to say advertise where there's eyes. We have 4 characters left. As you add in your text, you're going to see that the number of characters left will this number 4 will go down as you add characters, and so you'll be able to tell whether you have 40 characters in there or not. Anyway, that is the basic process. For this one, I'm not going to activate this message as soon as it's approved. I'm simply going to save it for future use, and it's going to go right there. And it's as simple as that. We start with the images. We help the person get back into their website and understand what they already have content-wise. From that, we'll pull images that they're already comfortable with, that's already been approved, maybe from a different, from their other network marketing company, but it's consistent with their brand image. We're then going to create the thank you or the bridge page that ties into the landing page. We just created the landing page, created that URL, which you'll see right here, and then we add it into our 40-character message. We save the message, and then off we go. It's as simple as that. It only takes 4 or 5 minutes once you have this other stuff in place. Most people, when they get involved with the company, they really want to get their message out now, and they want to see fast results. So the sooner, the faster that you can tie all the stuff in together, the quicker their message is going to go out, and the quicker it is that they are going to begin to see results. Again, my name is Tom Stark. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any comments, suggestions, please enter it below. I am in the Genusity Facebook group, so look for me there. I'm also uploading this to YouTube, so you can find it on YouTube as well under Tom Stark, THOMSTARK. And I hope everyone has a blessed day today. Thank you.